Morning, everyone. We are so grateful you are here bright and early. For all the new independent beauty consultants out there in the audience, welcome. And to all of our seasoned business owners, welcome back. It is so amazing to see your faces. And thank you for making compliance a priority in your business. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Naisha Covarrubias, Senior Managing Counsel in Mary Kay's legal department, and I help head up that amazing legal support team that was just mentioned. And I want to introduce you all to the man behind all of our legal department musicals, Jim Rixey.
You are too kind, Naisha. Thank you all. So I was in the legal department for 13 years, but I spent the last 4 years in human resources. But I missed all of you way too much and these crazy classes, so now I'm back in the role of Vice President of Legal and HR Compliance. So, Naisha, it has been a while since I've been in the legal department full-time. So what is the issue you get most questions about from the sales force calling in?
Well, that's easy. Social media, social media, social media. And in the last few years, with all of the developments happening at the Federal Trade Commission, the agency governing consumer protection, we have gotten a lot of questions about earnings claims. For the new consultants out there who may not be sure what we mean when we use the term earnings claims, all that means is a statement about how much money you make or how much money you can make in a direct sales opportunity. The reason this is a big deal is because the FTC became particularly concerned about misleading earnings claims during COVID when online and social media became a primary mode of communication. Luckily, here at Mary Kay, we have always been able to promote the opportunity without the need to use misleading earnings claims. As a result, no one's confused about making implied or express promises about earnings online. Everybody knows we need to stay away from talking about earnings online and on social. What I've gotten questions about lately really is how to share an I story or talk about achievements and successes considering these federal laws.
Yep. Well, I guess the good news there, Naisha, is that there is so much that can be done to talk about the Mary Kay opportunity and journey. No one here should be afraid of telling their I story or sharing about their Mary Kay journey.
That is for sure. Complying with these federal laws is not difficult. Really, so little is restricted. And what is restricted, talking about how much money you make online and on social, well, how many people are really comfortable running around telling folks how much money they make?
That's a great point. But the idea of showing people a day in the life of a Mary Kay independent beauty consultant, that is a great way to get the new customers. It's also a great tool in interesting others in the opportunity.
Absolutely. And really all of the market research coming out of the direct sales industry supports that a lot of consumers nowadays are really more interested in flexibility and opportunities where they can easily earn a little extra money on the side. They aren't necessarily interested in careers or lots of time commitment.
Right. Which the amazing Mary Kay opportunity can support. In fact, Mary Kay was social selling and supporting a gig economy from the start. It took the rest of the world nearly 60 years to catch up with us. That's right. Now, the Mary Kay opportunity can fit into anyone's life, small steps, big leaps, and everything in between.
It definitely can, and that is like the beauty of the Mary Kay business. So getting back to that frequently asked question, in light of the federal laws about earnings claims, can you share your Mary Kay story? And the answer is absolutely yes.
Yes. And we're going to give you our simple recipe to share your Mary Kay story confidently and compliantly.
Okay, so step one, figure out what you want to say. What message do you want to convey? Are you telling a story to remind your customers that they're supporting a small business owner? Or is it a message meant to inspire someone to become a new independent beauty consultant? Do you want to talk specifics about earnings and successes?
Yep. Whatever the message you want to convey, make sure you are always truthfully and accurately representing the Mary Kay opportunity. Always be honest and only talk about your individual experiences and don't exaggerate. And if the subject of earnings does come up, make sure you are considering expenses and effort when talking about your earnings through your Mary Kay business. Giving the full context is an important part of truthfully and accurately representing the Mary Kay opportunity.
So once you figure out what you want to say, the next step is to figure out where to say it.
You can tell your story in so many places. Have a phone call, meet up for coffee, do a Zoom, create a video with your story to be shared privately, such as via email. Tell your story on your password-protected area or unit websites. And if you're going to talk about earnings, remember to give as much context as possible, and be sure to keep those discussions offline and off social media.
And on that last point, again, you all know it, you all get it. I'm going to take another minute to go through it. Mary Kay's policy on earnings representations is that there should be no discussion of earnings or income online or on social media to consumers. Again, Mary Kay makes no guarantees of income, and neither should you.
Yep. Online and on social is just not the right place to talk about how much you earn or how much someone could potentially earn with Mary Kay business. There is just no way to provide consumers with the context they need to give them the full picture. And without that full picture, a claim or representation be considered misleading.
And this is where you and the company can get into some very big trouble. Misleading earnings claims carry with them some very big consequences, which have included multi-million-dollar fines, lawsuits against both companies and Salesforce members, and restructuring of business models. All things we want to avoid. And again, all of the research we're seeing points to consumers not even being interested in the kind of misleading representations that can get companies and distributors into trouble.
Yep. So when I was doing your job years ago, or I say back in my day, it makes me sound old, but the Mary Kay opportunity was being shared person to person, and usually over a good old-fashioned phone call. Over the last few years, and especially in the last 2, we have all seen how much social media has changed the way we communicate and connect. And marketing the Mary Kay opportunity to potential new entrepreneurs has become a big part of that. So taking into account the federal laws we've been talking about, what are some of the specific things that can be shared on social media about the Mary Kay opportunity?
Well, that's a fabulous question, Jim. And there are so many ways you can talk about the opportunity online and on social that stay away from these problematic earnings claims. The Mary Kay opportunity is truly unparalleled in the direct sales industry. We have so many things to offer that other direct sales companies lack. This business is fun, it's flexible, it can fit into anyone's life. We have an amazing community of independent beauty consultants, an incomparable sisterhood, a support system. We have such fabulous products that are priced to sell and products that people want. And when somebody is interested in selling products, that's when you can also talk to them about the amazing 50% profit potential on products sold at suggested retail. Buy for one, sell for two. This is really an opportunity where you can make real money selling fabulous products to your customers. These are the kinds of data points that consumers are interested in, and the kinds of things that are fine to share on social media.
Okay. And this buy for one, sell for two is not considered an earnings representation. It's not a promise or a guarantee of income. It's a fact that applies to every active beauty consultant, regardless of career path level, and it's definitely worth sharing when someone has expressed an interest in learning more about the opportunity.
Definitely. Sharing this amazing profit potential without promising or implying a result can be so powerful. It can really help consumers interested in this opportunity figure out for themselves how a Mary Kay business could impact their lives.
Yep. Okay, so let's recap what we have covered today. We want you to leave empowered to share your stories without fear, the right way. So as long as you're being honest and truthful, providing full context, and avoid talking about how much you make or how much someone could make through a Mary Kay business online or on social, do not hesitate to share.
That's right, do not hesitate to share. And if you want to discuss earnings, just keep those discussions offline and off social. But you can feel confident talking about the amazing products along with the fun, flexibility, community that the Mary Kay opportunity offers all over social media and the internet. And when somebody is interested and wants to know how you make money in a Mary Kay business, share that buy for one, sell for two, and keep those other earnings claims offline.
Each of you is such an important partner in making Mary Kay's compliance program successful. We need your help to lead by example and share this important information with new independent beauty consultants on your teams.
I know we've covered a lot of information here this morning, so if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or any of the amazing folks on the legal support team. We are here to help answer questions and to point you to any resources that you might need.
That's right. You never have to guess what compliance means, and compliance should not be scary. Our policy in the legal department is to always assume good intent, educate, and work with the Salesforce members as compliance partners. It's very rare that it's necessary that we do the hard work to make sure this opportunity is protected for each one of you. But legal is not in the business of terminating agreements. That just doesn't make business sense.
Definitely not. We are not in the business of terminating agreements. So if the legal team does reach out to you about an issue, please know that shouldn't be scary. This is our way of supporting you, providing you with an educational opportunity to help in your success, a chance to partner with us to achieve our goals of protecting and advancing the Mary Kay opportunity for generations to come, a goal that I know each of you can get behind and support.
We appreciate all that you do and hope you have a wonderful rest of your seminar. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Let's hear it again for the Mary Kay Legal Department.